Hello everyone, it's Ravenous Kells and I have a very special gameplay for you guys, so please watch it all the way through. I recorded it live and it's me sniping. Ooh, and I was rushing. It's my very first rushing sniper game that was actually really fun and awesome. So I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay while I have this really special topic for you guys. So a lot of people have asked me, Kells, what is love to you? Or what's love? Blah, blah, blah. And a lot of people have that question. And I have a lot of ideas for it. So how I'm going to start this off is that I'm going to start talking about how love can mean different things depending on your age and your situation. So let's start off with the age. Okay, let's say that you're, I don't know, in preschool or something. I don't know, it could be preschool, and you like a person because that person always plays with you and keeps you company, blah blah blah, right? And you guys have a friendship or some sort of relationship, and you have that little ticklish feeling from preschool to, I don't know, elementary or middle school or something like that. And that feeling, a lot of people call that puppy love, and the reason why it's called puppy love is because that's when you first encounter your feelings for someone. It's like when you first discover, oh my god, I'm getting butterflies, what is this, And so, is that love or is that not love? I mean, it's really hard to tell because when you get a lot older, for example, when you're in high school throughout college, love can mean something differently because of how old you are and what you've experienced with people. Right? So in high school you've dated someone for 4 years or something, or in college you guys have this really great relationship, and depending on how old you are and what your situation is during that time, it really depends on the person if they call it love or not. Like for me, I would say the person that I've been with for a long time, which was a long time ago, I obviously don't love that person anymore. But when I did, it was a different love compared to this kind of love that I feel right now with Jeed. And the reason being is because, for me, when I consider someone I love, or to be in love is completely different. To love somebody is when you just care about them a lot and you can love them as a friend. You can just love them for their physical being, like you care for their existence or something like that. And to be in love would be to be in love with how that person portrays his or her existence. So if that person is like a activist or something and I don't know, cares for animals maybe, and you really like that, and you just love everything he or she does and everything that he or she says and the way that they just execute themselves, the way they show themselves and the way they really are is what makes somebody falls in love with somebody. And I'm just using this as an example. It may be completely different with other people. So if you're born and raised somewhere completely different where the culture is different, for I don't know, China, let's say, to be in love could be to them would be it would have to do with financial issues. I don't know, to first, you guys get together and get married because you have to. And that, I don't know if I would consider that love because of where I grew up, but maybe other people would consider that love, or even some people in other countries see love as a bad thing actually, because in my reading for sociology, it was really awesome, I actually just read it. It was saying that in other countries, people who are in love are crazy because it gets in the way of contributing to society. So we all know that being married nowadays, or not just nowadays, but ever since the whole idea of marriage came up, it's because it's for financial reasons. So you would marry somebody because you would need their labor force, or you need money, and you try to build a richer family, you know what I mean, and you try to give your kid everything you guys have or whatever. But that's what it was like back then, and it still is today. And marriage is a completely different thing. I can't really talk much about that because I'm not there yet, so I'm gonna stick to being in love and just what is love. So let's continue. Sorry, I digressed a little bit, but okay. So, me being in love, or wow, I don't know if I'm completely in love with Jeed yet. I mean, I'm getting there. I really am, and it's a good thing. So, okay, it's kind of hard to like tell you guys what. Well, I mean, I kind of started, so let me just pick up from where I left off, because I don't want to have to like redo this commentary. I always like do my very first commentaries like just straight on out, and then I just use them. I never like edit them, and I never like, oh shit, I messed up, so I'm gonna stop and redo it. Nah, I don't like that, because it's not authentic to me. Alright, so I'm gonna continue. So for different people, love can mean different things. So like if you're like, again, like I said, in high school and whatnot, in college, and because you're much older and you've experienced your puppy love, you've experienced like lust. So if a lot of you guys don't know what lust means, it means like you guys just have a sexual desire for someone or something, because your body needs to be pleased, and that's understandable, and that's why masturbation exists. But a lot of people like to, go out and use, what they can. So a lot of people find lust, and that's like a complete different category. I mean, eventually you can get over that, and you will find somebody. I mean, you don't even have to try your best to find somebody to fall in love with or whatever, because I really think the best way to go is by becoming really good friends with somebody, and then you love them, you care for them, and you know what they're like, right? And the more you guys hang out, the more that you guys become best friends, the more you might fall in love with that person. And that's honestly how I'm feeling right now with Jeed. I mean, it's not like I just saw him on the street and was like just attracted to him and was like a magnet and just like hopped myself onto him or something. Nah, because that's really weird, even though a lot of people do that. And you know what? Like I said, grew up in different places, had different like morals or something based on what you've been through in life, and that's understandable. So I'm just saying, like, maybe, well, for me, for sure, I'm using myself as an example, so, don't take this into account or anything, but, it's good to have different perspectives on what love could be or what it could mean to you, so I'm just giving you guys that idea. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to bring this up again, but I read, like, this really awesome quote in my sociology reading that, so, like, the whole marriage thing again, even though I'm not there yet, but, everybody wants to get married someday, maybe, because you guys are like in love with somebody right now, right? And so you're like, yeah, I want to get married because I love this person. But if you think about it, what does marriage really mean? And so like I said earlier, that marriage is mainly like about financial issues, or like to try to contribute to the society and whatnot, because why does the government need to know that you're married and this and that? Because they need to track you down for like if you're contributing to society or not. But I read this quote, and I'm going to read it to you guys, and it says, married couples should be best friends, sharing their most intimate feelings and secrets. They should express affection openly but talk candidly, and candidly means honestly, about problems. And of course, they should be sexually faithful to each other. This package of expectations about love, marriage, and sex, however, is extremely rare. So, there you have it. This person that wrote this, I completely agree with. Married couples should be best friends, and they should, those things I just said, if you didn't understand that, please go back and re-listen to what I just said, because that's honestly how you know if you're in love. I really think so. Like, regardless, I mean, well, in the end, after all you've been through, maybe you've come from like a different place or something, but in the end, if like somebody really makes you feel what I just read, I really think that that's what love is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you guys learned something. And if not, it was just for fun, and I just like to commentate. So thanks for listening. Bye.